Jack,
Brian,
I have a great idea.
I love. We'll see about that.
I don't know if you've heard about this, but CNN has this thing where they're getting people like you to read news stories for them because a lot of their anchors aren't really trustable.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have not heard about this, but I certainly they have that issue.
So they're thinking if they have some schmuck, normal looking person
Hmm.
read the news, then they're going to use that person. And there's going to be some money in it. And it's going to be for you. And of course, for me, for introducing you. I'm going to get my little cut. So here's the thing they sent me some news stories. I'm all itchy. They sent me some news stories for you to read.
Hmm.
Okay. They
Okay.
need you to read them, get them out there, and just, tell it like it is.
Okay, I'll definitely do that. But I mean, I wouldn't necessarily agree with your sort of description. I mean, I'm sort of like a male Brooke Baldwin. I'm sort of like I'm eye candy.
Keep that in your imagination, Jack, and
Okay.
read what you just ow, just bit my tongue. Read what you just got.
Okay. And so I just have to read this, and I'm gonna be able to get paid by CNN.
Yeah, the only thing is you gotta be professional. You gotta be a professional newscaster, Jack. There's no laughing. There's no
Oh,
breaking it, okay?
okay. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Or we don't get paid.
All right. Well, then I'll be very professional.
Take it away, Jack.
Okay.
CNN,
Okay. So newsy.
newsy.
Oh, okay. Having failed to get enough votes to create an independent inquiry into the January 6th riots at the Capitol in Washington, D.C., legislators are regrouping and refocusing their efforts to create a bipartisan commission tasked with determining why any Kardashians are famous and what can be done about it. Upon seeing a camera, Senator Chuck Schumer immediately ran up to it and delivered an impassioned plea for a congressional commission on the Kardashians aimed at determining why anyone pays any attention at all to any of the intellectually stunted Kardashian family members. I am pleading with my colleagues across the aisle to work with us, Schumer told the camera. These people have the collective IQ of a wet fart, and they have really gross bodies. Kim's bum is a shelf. And if it weren't for camera filters, clever angles, and editing software, you'd know that Chloe's skin is mostly blackheads. is mostly blackheads and spider bites. The American people deserve better. Utah Senator Mitt Romney echoed Schumer's pleas, claiming that the angel Moroni had come to him in a dream to warn him that the Kardashians were the main exhibit in the Museum of Social Decay. I pray every day that the good Lord smites them, said the handsome one time presidential candidate. But in case he's busy, my car's trunk's full of machetes and the lock doesn't work. Just saying. Congresswoman Rashid Tlaib fired back against the senators, claiming that the commission was a clear example of white supremacy attempting to marginalize billionaire women and people of color. Tlaib then deflected. I'm sorry. Tlaib then defecated on an Israeli flag to the cheers of Ilhan Omar before House Speaker Nancy Pelosi rushed out of the shadows and covered both of them with a tarp. That's that's, that's I can't, and none of that could be real.
I think it's very real if CNN says it, Jack.
And
What would they
CNN
get
wrote
wrong?
that news story.
That's a CNN news story, Jack. I guess we're not getting paid for that one, but that's okay. You're not an anchor yet. You're new to it. I understand. I'm sending you a second one.
Her skin is mostly blackheads and spider bites.
I didn't know that, but that's amazing. A testimony to the software that she uses.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, I would have only thought maybe just from looking at it, oh, it's only like half.
You
Okay,
should
I
be
just got number
receiving.
2. I just got your second script.
All right, then take it away, newscaster.
Okay. Supermodel Gloria Goff is redefining the standards of beauty, we're being told. The 310-pound California native will be appearing on the cover of all women's magazines next month, as well as the covers of Time, Rolling Stone, and Shape, in what many are calling a last-ditch effort to drive the point home that you don't have to be healthy, slim, or attractive to be positioned as a famous supermodel to an unwilling audience. Goff says Western concepts of beauty are completely lame compared to the joy of eating an entire package of Twizzlers and lying on the sofa. She said she feels pity for people who obsess over calories, fats, carbs, and sodium, and said they lead lives devoid of calories. Goff is recently named as the new spokeswoman for Yum Yum Bar, a hypercaloric low energy bar crammed to the gills with calories, fats, carbs, and sodium. After crushing a step stool by accident, the sexy and seemingly confident Goff told reporters that the key to happiness was living the life you wanted to live. She then rolled around the beach in a bikini while consuming a whole roasted chicken.
Huh. Well,
Mm.
You know what?
Mm.
It's tough to be an anchor. We look at these guys, Don Lemon, I mean, as professional as he comes across, Chris Cuomo, as
Mhm.
amazingly talented as he is. It's not that easy, and you know it now. You know that it's difficult. But I've got a
Yeah.
third one for you to read. We've got a chance, Jack, at making some money.
I mean, for the whatever problems I have with Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo, I feel like they're mostly talking about, vaccine rates and not about women rolling on around beaches, eating a whole chicken.
That's beautiful. That is beauty personified to me, Jack.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I just got your third script.
Please read it and make us some cash.
Okay. And CNN wants me to read this.
These are CNN scripts, Jack.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Producers in Hollywood are working feverishly to capitalize on all the hype generated by the reunion of the popular comedy Friends. Production has already begun on numerous other programs in the hopes of finding even bigger audiences with sentimental feelings for their favorite shows of the past. The cast of Seinfeld will be reunited next. In a special 1 hour episode, Jerry returns to his old New York City apartment with his career in shambles after all comedy is declared offensive. After hearing that his pal Jerry's back in town, George reunites with his old chum while Elaine tries desperately to seduce Jerry, hoping to get impregnated and score some of that sweet baby daddy money. Unbeknownst to Elaine, her 60-year-old ovaries are useless, desiccated husks. While wiping Jerry's ejaculate from the sofa. Why? Kramer bursts into the room shouting racial epithets. In the reunion of Different Strokes, Todd Bridges will reprise his role of Willis Jackson, returning some 34 years later to the Park Avenue apartment he grew up in with foster dad Philip Drummond, completely unaware that Drummond's daughter Kimberly, the housekeeper Mrs. Garrett, and Willis's brother Arnold were all deceased. Upon learning of their fates, Willis bursts into tears, collapsing in a heap on the floor, his screams of anguish echoing through the apartment, waking the apartment's current owner, retired head of the NYPD police union, Tim Simmons. And you know how that ends. And finally, a Family Ties, oh no, reunion is slated for the fall and will feature all the old cast members reprising their roles. But instead of nuanced conversations and jokes, they will spend the hour cursing at one another for holding different political beliefs.
I might watch that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's okay.
Well,
So what?
listen, there's gonna be other chances to be a CNN newsreader, a
All right.
CNN eye reporter.
Shoot,
That's
I
a
was
shame.
really hoping. We've got the setup here. I could just read the stories. We could just crank out the money, upgrade
It's a
all our equipment.
it's a good gig if you can get it, and we're gonna get it. I'm gonna keep trying. I've got contacts there.
I get who's your contact?
Michaela,
Okay, she sounds important.
she is a late night custodial engineer,
Oh, engineers.
and for $20, she will take, while she's cleaning the offices, she will take any script she finds and fax them to me.
That's fantastic. Well, it's good to have someone on the inside.
Yes, she's inside, like, overnights, usually about 11 o'clock to 4 a.m.
Well, Brian, thus concludes another episode of Questionable Material.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Be sure to like it. Be sure to tell your friends so we can grow the podcast, and maybe leave us a nice review.
Reviews are nice. We just got some nice reviews. We like this. Nice reviews.
Nice reviews are nice. They're nice to
Yeah,
read.
you're nice to read.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
ending the show on a weird note.